Prince Harry's recent ITV interview, why don't we talk about it? From reading around, we can see that very many people were left very unconvinced about what Prince Harry was talking about. Many still say that the former working royal, aka the Duke of Sussex, still has a victimhood mindset, very ungrateful and looking very negative. His body language apparently was giving away a lot of traits that the prince doesn't look happy at all. He spoke about his cases against the media news group and how he is actually seeing himself as David taking on Goliath. Okay. David was God sent and Goliath was the enemy. And Prince Harry sees himself as David taking on this massive institution that has been framing not only him but many other people. And he thinks that he is the man to take this news group down. And he believes he can win. And in so doing, he seems to have thrown his family under the bus by saying that they have left him to deal with this situation alone. So he goes on to say that how nice it would have been for, the royal family to be behind me in fighting this problem, but sadly I'm left alone. So it tells us that he obviously thinks that the royal family hasn't been supportive of him in any way, sense or form. But why should they, when he is actually putting himself into these difficult positions? He writes whatever he wrote in Spare, the Oprah Winfrey interviews, and expects the royal family to come and protect him from the criticisms that have been thrown back at him as a result of those projects. How sad of Prince Harry to actually think in that sense. But what was not very pleasing to many people who listened to that interview, especially back here in Britain, was the fact that he tells the world how he will never bring his wife back here and his children because he doesn't think the UK is safe for his wife. He's turning his country into this very dangerous place to come and be. This place, the UK, is probably the safest place that Prince Harry, can live. His wife can come. We've seen them travel to so many other places which have got such a bad record in terms of security and all of that sort of thing. But Prince Harry still thinks that here in the UK is actually very dangerous for his wife to come and his children. And he keeps playing upon this Princess Diana scenario and saying that he doesn't want history to repeat itself, and he thinks the same things that happened to his mom could happen to his wife. People were left very, very unconvinced with Prince Harry's line of thought, and they still think that actually this is holding him back from progressing in more meaningful ways. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments section below. And here he is, of course, due to hold Invictus Games here in the UK, in Birmingham, but still believes this country is not safe for his wife to come. Very, very contradicting, because why didn't then he choose to take these Invictus Games elsewhere? And he goes on to say that the Queen would have actually loved or supported Prince Harry in taking on these wars that he is fighting now. When he says that if my grandmother was still here, she would actually be happy to see me through this to the end. I doubt whether the Queen would have sat there and enjoyed seeing Prince Harry drag her government to court, because that's what Prince Harry is basically doing, dragging King Charles and His Majesty's government to court because of the denial of police security. And then having to take a stand in court and speak or give evidence, release information, some of which is actually very, very damaging to, the royal family, to how these stories are fed into the media and all of that sort of thing. Now, Prince Harry's brother, Prince William, was the very first person actually who highlighted these social media and these media stories and the phone hacking and all of that sort of thing. But he decided to settle these cases out of court because he didn't want to attract this so much attention that Prince Harry is probably wanting to attract now. Okay. And in so doing, actually, Prince William was able to save the royal family from having to have a lot of stuff written around, the royal family with regards to how these stories end up in the media, and protect that that legacy of the royal family, protect the respect that the royal family has earned over the years. Prince Harry hasn't thought about that, but he's so happy to go to court and literally spill out everything, secrets, and talk about how the royal family favors certain individuals, and protects others, and hasn't done the same to him and his wife. So these things really, really were not interesting to people who listened into these interviews, just like they haven't been interesting in a lot of those other interviews. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, including Spare, have been alleging, and by reading around you can tell the sort of mood that is circulating with regards to what they think about Prince Harry. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to Francis Page Media. Thank you guys that have turned up for the live stream. It was great to see your thoughts and to have a bit of a catch up in real time. Keep that support coming and stay subscribed to Francis Page Media, because this is where you always come to catch up with all the latest that is going on in the world of our British royals.